guys, I hope you're all doing really well. I am here today to do a kind of wrap up haul, unboxing, just everything, because I have got a lot of books to show you and a lot of things to talk about, and let's do it. I also apologise for my hair, it's just doing whatever it wants today. My face is shiny, we're just gonna deal. So the first thing I wanted to show you is... the first thing I want to say is that I volunteer with a charity called Beanstalk, which I'm probably sure you've all heard of by now. It's a charity that encourages, or it aims to encourage more children to enjoy reading and to develop a love of literacy and books. And what I do as a volunteer is I go into a local primary school twice a week for an hour and a half, and I spend time with little children and on a one-to-one basis, and I help them with their reading. We play games, we do puzzles, we talk, we have conversations, we play Snap, we read books, we look through books, and we make our own stories up, and that is to help them become more confident in themselves and become confident as readers and with English language. Now, unfortunately, the Beanstalk charity, as wonderful as it is and as many volunteers as they have, they still need more volunteers, and it's so sad because this is such a fantastic charity and it only takes up 3 hours a week of your time. So if you have any time to serve, please, please, please think about signing up and getting involved. It's fantastic for people like us because we get to spend more time with books, we get to pass on our love of books to the younger generation, and it's just such a fantastic and rewarding experience. And I honestly would not, I'm doing it now and I can't ever imagine not doing it. I want to do it for as long as I possibly can because it's just the most phenomenal, feeling to be able to help these people. So definitely get involved if you can. And if you can't actually get involved, they're always looking for help. If you've got any money you could donate, that would be amazing as well. But just, they are such a fantastic charity, and what they stand for is something that I believe in so strongly. And I had a meeting, we had like a team meeting this morning, which was like an end of term meeting where all of the volunteers get together, and the lady from the charity was saying it's quite sad that they're really desperate for volunteers at the moment and there's just not enough people to go around. So please get involved, it's so fantastic, it's so rewarding, and I just cannot recommend it enough. So that is what I wanted to say about that. Now I'm going to show you what I've got in the post this week. I got 4 books in the post this week, which actually is quite a tame amount for me, which I'm quite happy with because it hasn't added too many to my TBR pile. The first one I got, this is completely unsolicited, is called One Wish by Maria Duffy, and I already managed to spill most of my glass of water over it the other day, which was very clever of me. And I'm not sure, I don't think I've ever read anything by Maria Duffy before, so this will be a completely new venture into a new author. Really like the cover, I think that's very striking. Not sure about what this is about. I think it's about a woman called Becky who's a Londoner. She moves to Ireland and she's ready for a fresh start, but she discovers that she's pregnant after a one-night stand, and all of a sudden she has more than just herself to think about. So that's going to be really interesting. I love that kind of idea of being pregnant and being a one-night stand and not knowing her father and all those kinds of things. So definitely looking forward to reading that one. So thank you to Hachette Books Ireland for sending that to me. The second book I got in the post this week is called A Most Desirable Marriage by Hilary Boyd. Now I'm quite shocked actually that I've been sent a copy of this because this isn't out until October, which is months and months away, so they're kind of getting these out early, these proofs out. I really love Hilary Boyd. I read her last book called When You Walk Back Into My Life, which was her novel last year, so I'm really looking forward to giving this one a go. This is about Lawrence and Jo, who have a strong marriage. And even after 30 years they have a lot to say to each other, they have many interests in common, and they still have a good sex life until recently. But Lawrence seems wary and restless, and something's wrong. Just how wrong Jo is about to discover. Can they use their years of history and all the things they've shared to overcome a devastating betrayal? So I love books that kind of examine marriage and relationships and kind of betrayal and those kind of things, so I'm really, really, really excited about this one. So thank you Quarkus for sending that my way. The third book I got sent this week is actually really exciting because this is a Carina title, and this is the first paperback book Carina have ever published. All of their other, they used to be a digital publisher, and all of their other books that they've published are digitally available, they're ebooks, but this is the first one that they've done as a paperback, and it's a really lovely high quality paperback actually, it's really lovely. And I'm really looking forward to reading this because I haven't actually read this yet. It's called Not Quite Perfect by Annie Lyons, and it's about Emma who has everything she's ever wanted. Her boyfriend's just proposed and her career has finally taken off, and so what if her latest client just happens to be downright gorgeous? She's getting married, isn't she? Rachel is married with 2.4 children, well, actually 3, and life is all about trying to leave the house in a non-stained top. Once it was about skinny cappuccinos, cocktails and dynamic ad agency meetings. She wants her old life back, but can it ever be the same? A sparkling funny tale of two sisters and how often you don't know what you've got until it's gone. That's very true, so definitely looking forward to reading that one. So thank you, Karina, for sending this to me. Then the next book I got this week was sent to me from my lovely friend Kirsty, who she was doing a bit of a clean out of all her books, and all of us blogger people, if we're ever getting rid of books, we always kind of ask each other if any of us want the books before we give them to charity shops. And she had this book called Little Sister by Lucy Dawson, which I loved the look of, and I asked her if she would mind sending it my way, and she did, so thank you so much, Kirsty. I can't wait to read this. This is going to go on the TBR pile, and it will probably be a few years before I get around to reading it, but I love the sound of it and then like the look of it. This is haunting, emotional and laced with psychological suspense, and I love books that are kind of haunting and mysterious and psychological, so thank you, Kirsty, very kind of you. And then the final book I got this week is just making me so happy with life at the moment, and it is Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren. Now I've got some really random Sainsbury's voucher in there because I was using it as a bookmark, but oh my goodness me, this book is phenomenal. This is about a man called Bennett Ryan who is just divine. He is the hottest fictional man I've come across in a very long time, and his PA or intern called Chloe, she is quite different to him, and they don't get along well at all. They hate each other, but they start having a relationship, well, they start having sex with each other, and oh my god, the sex is just out of this world hot. Honestly, I cannot read this book around my family because it makes me so hot and bothered. Like, it's that good. And it's kind of them trying to kind of sleep with each other, but then they hate each other again, and then they're sleeping with each other and they hate each other, and it's kind of like that constant like should we, shouldn't we, should we kind of like really angsty relationship, which I just adore. And I think the cover to this is just stunning as well, and I'm just in love with this book, and I am about, I'd say, 2/3 of the way through, and I just cannot put it down. It's just phenomenal, so definitely worth reading. And I think there's a couple of others. I think there's one called Beautiful Player and Beautiful Stranger, which I definitely want to read after this one, so definitely read this, and thank you so much, Hotbed, for sending me this. You are the best. And then I popped to the library this week because finally, after waiting at least half a year, a book that I finally wanted turned up, and it is called My Sister Lives on the Mantelpiece by Annabelle Pitcher. Now, I've wanted to read this book for ages because last year I read her book called Ketchup Clouds, which I thought was incredible, and I wanted to read her first novel. I think this was her first novel. This is a YA book, which I love YA. I'm always reading YA. I hate this cover, I really hate this cover, but they have got a more recent one which is a lot nicer. It's blue, and it kind of ties in nicely with the Ketchup Clouds one. But yeah, this is about, well, this is called My Sister Lives on the Mantelpiece, and I'm not too sure what it's about, but it's an unflinchingly real yet heartwarming account of the young boy's struggle to make sense of the loss that tore his family apart. So definitely looking forward to reading that one. And then I have some books that I have got in the post to show you guys. So the first one is this, and I have no idea where it's from or who it's from, so let's get it open. This is going to be really hard to open. I haven't got any scissors either. Oh no, this is going to take ages. Oh, there we go. Okay. What is this? Oh, okay, I remember this. Okay. This is called Low Expectations by Elizabeth Aaron. Very bright, funky, yellow kind of cover. This comes out very soon, actually, the 7th of July. This is about Georgie, who has a glamorous career in fashion, but her boss doesn't know her name, but working for a genius will pay off one day, she hopes. She also has great friends and she's enjoying her single life, but perhaps life's not quite what she was hoping for. Low Expectations is a smart, raunchy, laugh-out-loud novel about what it means to be a real woman today, and I love that idea because being a real woman fucking sucks sometimes, and I think for somebody to write a book and to have that kind of exploring that idea is fantastic. And like I said, I just think this cover is really lovely and lovely. So thank you to Clarkus for that one. This second book is from Pan Macmillan. No idea what I've asked for from them or what they're sending me, so let's find out. It is... Aha! Yes, I do know. I was supposed to be getting this. This is a copy of Station 11 by Emily St John Mandel, which I won in a giveaway that was run by... I will leave the link to the blog below. I think... Oh, what was the blog called? I honestly really badly can't remember. But yes, it was run and there were 50 copies to be given away, and I happened to win one, which is fantastic. And I've been wanting to read this for ages because it sounds like a fantastic book. It's about the end of the world, and I think it's a... Actually, I don't think it's a YA, I think it's an adult fiction, actually. yeah, it must be adult fiction. So yeah, really excited to read this, and this is like a proof copy, it's not the finished one, but the cover I think is exactly the same as it will be on the final one. So thank you so much to Pan for sending me that, you are a star. And then the final book is from Midas Public Relations, and I'm trying to remember what Midas PR, what publishers they work for. Oh no, this isn't going to come open easily. This is going to take some brutal strength, this one. Ah, okay, I know what this is. I know what this one is. This is Will You Remember Me by Amanda Prowse. Now, I was contacted about this one because I think I'm part of a blog tour for this in some kind of capacity. I'm doing something with this book. And this is her latest book called Will You Remember Me? And it is about... Oh, hang on, I've got a little note. Hi Laura, enjoy Amanda's new novel when you have time and so glad you'll take part in the blog tour. Yes, this is about Poppy, who is looking forward to her best year yet. She's 32, married to her childhood sweetheart and a full-time mum of 2 gorgeous children. She loves her clean little house in the countryside, a far cry from the London estate where she grew up. Her husband Mart, a soldier, has just returned safe and sound from his latest tour. But Poppy is so busy caring for others she hasn't noticed the fatigue in her body or the menacing lump growing on her breast. If there's anyone strong and deserving enough to defeat cancer, it's Poppy. After all, she fought harder battles than this, but does life really work like that? Brilliant. That's not what I wanted. I don't want another cancer book. Oh gosh, this is going to break my heart, I can just tell. So yes, that's that. That is what that one is about, and I think this one comes out very soon. It comes out 24th of July, and it's from Head of Zeus, and I love Head of Zeus. They publish fantastic books. So that is all of my book posts, that is all of my library books, and I think that is everything that I wanted to show you guys this week. I don't think there's anything else. No, I think that's it. Oh yes, also on the blog, I'm starting a new kind of, what's the word? Series, I guess, of blog posts. They're going to be called Being an Adult. That's like the hood of what they're going to be. They're all going to be about growing up and kind of the things that we don't get told or the things that we're too scared to talk about when we're growing up. And the reason behind this is that for a long, long time I've wanted to write a non-fiction kind of self-help book, a loosely titled self-help book, about growing up and being a teenager and being a young woman and being a young adult. And about the things that we don't get told from people as we're growing up and the things that you kind of have to learn for yourself. And I really want to write a book about it, but I've always kind of been a bit wary of whether people are going to be interested, whether what I'm going to be talking about is too blunt. But I wanted to kind of do it on the blog and see whether anybody was enjoying it and whether people related to it and could kind of get on with it. And then I might start penning a bit of like a book for it. So the first post went up the other day, and it's all about body confidence, which is something that I know a lot of people struggle with, myself definitely included. And that post is done amazingly well. I'm just completely shocked by the reaction to it. So thank you so much if you've read that post and have commented or, you know, done anything to show that you've read it. Really means a lot. I'm working on a couple of other posts at the moment. One's about relationships, one's about sex, one's about friendship, one's about family, and it's all just kind of things that we don't really get the chance to talk about when we're growing up. And the idea of them is they are frank, they are blunt, they are straight to the point, and they do talk about things in detail that, you know, people might kind of shy away from or be a bit embarrassed to read about. But kind of I am quite an open person, and I don't mind talking about things like that because, you know, I wish somebody had been there when I had been growing up to say things, you know, and talk to me in such a blunt and helpful manner. So hopefully people are going to enjoy them. So yeah, definitely check that out if you haven't already. And I'm also kind of doing a different blog schedule because I've been so busy recently. I've been really lacking on the blogging front. So I've decided that on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays I'm going to be putting up book reviews, and then on Tuesdays I'm going to be putting up vlogs or videos, whatever you want to call them. Then on Thursdays there's going to be like kind of blog posty day where there might be like a Q&A with an author, or there might be a guest post, or there might be kind of an extract from a book. And then on Saturdays I'm going to be doing the Being an Adult series, and a new post will go up for that each Saturday. And I'm going to try and stick with that for as long as I possibly can. Unfortunately, life is just going to keep getting busier and busier, so I might have to cut back a little bit more. But blogging is the one thing I love more than anything, and it's the one thing that I'm so committed and dedicated to. So I will always be blogging, but it just might mean that I blog less and maybe when I post will be less frequent, but I'm always going to be blogging. So now I've just said all that, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching this video. It always means so much for your support. Thank you all to all of you who have subscribed to this channel. It's fantastic and I love you all, and to anyone that follows me on Twitter or Facebook or anything, you are the best and I love you, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!